Hi, this is Robert O'Deegan, and today we're going to be working on a photograph of a seagull that I took, and I'm going to show you how to adjust your wildlife photos. This is a photo that I took on the beach in Laguna Beach. This is what we started with, and this is what we ended up with. So come on along. Okay, let's get started. This is the seagull that I photographed in Laguna Beach, California. And what I'm going to start out with is I'm going to start out with my shadows, and I'm going to go up to plus 52. Excuse me. Now I'm going to take my highlights down to minus 25. I'm going to take my contrast up to 100. Now I'm going to take my exposure up to plus 0.40. Okay? I'm going to put a little warmth in this and bring this up to 6,000. Okay? On my temperature. Okay? Now I'm going to hold down Alt Option, and I'm now going to do the whites. As I press down on this, everything turns black. Well, I'm going to take it down to where I just see a small dot of white, which is about right there, which is minus 93. Okay, now the blacks, I'm holding down Alt Option again, and watch the screen turn white. I'm going to add a little bit more black, okay? And that's about the way I like my blacks, right there like that. I'm going to go down to vibrance, and I'm going to bring my vibrance up to around 21. I'm going to take my saturation and just bring it up to plus 7. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to my curves, and I'm going to put a dot there and a dot there. Now, the bottom dot is, and it shouldn't be a dot, it should be a point or whatever, but my bottom point is solid. My top square or point or whatever is hollow. I'm going to hover over that. I'm going to hold down Shift, and now I can move both of them at the same time. Okay? And I'm going to do this about right there. Okay? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. Okay, so one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go get my navigator, and I'm going to go in on the seagull. Now I'm going to go get my elliptical marquee tool. I'm just going to go around the eye and move it right over there. I'm just going to go around the eye right there. And now I'm going to hold down Command J, and now I've got the eye separated. What I want to do is I want to lighten that eye. So I'm going to go to my Dodge tool, and I'm just going to click on it a couple of times here. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another layer, and this just makes the seagull's eye really stand out. I'm going to make my point smaller, and I'm just going to put a little white deal right there, and I'm going to put a dot in front of it. I'm going to hit it several times to make sure it really stays white and everything. Okay, now I'm going to apply a little makeup. So watch this. What this is going to do is this is going to make the seagull's eye just really pop here. And I know a lot of people are sitting there going like, oh, why did he have to do that? Whatever. So I'm going to watch this now. So I'm going to make my tool my brush, a little bit bigger. And I'm just going to go, this is something you would never notice. And I'm just coloring in the black around the seagull's eye. And that's going to make the seagull's eye stand out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go fit on screen. So it's something you wouldn't even notice, but it's something that really picks everything up. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it. Okay, and then I'm going to crop it. So I'm just going to hit C. And I'm going to bring this right over. I'm going to bring this right up to around there. Okay, and that to me is a very good cropping right there. In fact, I'm going to lower it down here just a little bit because I'm still on the seagull's head. And I'm just going to tap this over here, crop. And there is our seagull right there. I think we have good color. We've got good definition in this. And so this is how one way. Every single photograph is different. This is one way I adjust my photos and everything. And if you really look in, let's take the navigator. And it's something you would never notice. But if you look at the seagull's eye, it just brings something out in the photograph. Okay? And these are tiny little things that I like to do. So now we're going to go over here. So there's our photograph of our seagull. So if you like this tutorial, subscribe, and love to have you along. And I've got plenty more, and I also do videos of my in the field shooting. So come on along.